Howdy everybody, Branzaros here, and today I have a little bit of a different video for you guys. If you guys remember, a few days ago I posted a video of the abandoned Rite Aid in Waterford, Connecticut, and today they were holding their liquidation sale, so I thought, hey, why not pop my head in and see how the inside of the store's changed. So, heading on inside, it actually doesn't look like too much has changed besides, obviously, the merchandise being taken off of the shelves. For the most part, all of the fixtures remained in the store, with the merchandise, of course, being sold off. Right now, we're in the leftmost portion of the store. This is the beauty section where all of the makeups and lipsticks, all of that was kept. We had a few shopping carts over here, although none of them were too unique. Found a Rite Aid price tag stuck to the side of one of the shopping carts. So you might notice a little bit that I've been positioning the camera a little bit down, and that's just because I didn't know if the liquidators would have been upset by me taking videos, so I was doing my best to keep my camera out of sight. You can see straight ahead there we have the food mart, and there's one of the aisle markers that remains on the ceiling. All of the advertising and stuff still remains in the store, which was pretty interesting. Now, heading on towards the back of the store, you could see that there's really not too much to talk about. I mean, you got your shelves, and you got some signs left over from liquidation, 70% off right there. But other than that, for the most part, it's just a whole bunch of shelves. Now here I found a price tag on a little bit of merchandise that was left over. And I actually do collect price tags, and I know, as strange as that sounds, it's a fun little something that I have. So these RGIS forms, I'm not too sure what they are. I did see one at Toys R Us when they were doing their liquidation sales. So I don't know if any of you guys might know what the RGIS forms are for. But if you happen to know, definitely let me know in the comments down below. So we're now making our way towards the back of the store. This is where the pharmacy used to be. And in the months before the store's closure, they actually rebranded the pharmacy to a Walgreens Pharmacy, although, as you can see from the little thing right here, Walgreens ultimately took over this store, and all of the prescriptions were transferred over to the new London Walgreens, which is only about a mile and a half down the road. It is kind of interesting to see, though, how Walgreens is consolidating much more than, say, CVS Pharmacy, because there's a CVS Pharmacy right across the street from this particular Rite Aid location, and then there's another CVS location maybe about half mile or 3/4 of a mile down the road, which is significantly closer than the Walgreens is to this store. So it's interesting to see their different approaches towards their locations. Coming over back here is what used to be the food mart. I actually think it might be the next aisle over where it begins. But this was your fairly typical food mart for a Rite Aid store, with your basic dry goods. But like I was saying, this was your typical food mart. It had a standard array of dry goods. This particular Rite Aid also had a whole bunch of freezers and refrigerators, so customers could purchase different dairy products. Now, you might have just seen that Rite value sign. I just highlighted it with my camera, but I actually was able to get my hands on one of those. The liquidator was permitting me to purchase one, so it was pretty cool. I got one for $1. There you have your large food mart banner with the right quality signage all the way to the left. And here we have some more of the coolers. I really like this pastel motif throughout the entire store. It really is like a throwback to the 90s. And same with this Pepsi display, which was quite old. I thought that was a nice little touch to really give it that retro feel. So we're just going to take a few more walkthroughs on the aisles in the food mart. You can see we have some of the old snacks banners remaining on top of the aisles. And up next we're going to make our way towards, I guess this is what you could call the seasonal department. They had all of the gift wraps and the cards, all that stuff was in this part of the store. There you see some more of the liquidation signs. Everything's 90% off. But yeah, it is quite interesting to see a store in the state, considering how most of the time they sell off their fixtures while they're liquidating. So to see a store open for selling off their fixtures after it's already closed is quite interesting. There's not too much left in the store besides the shelves. I was kind of tempted actually to pick up a Rite cart, which was $35. It's looking like Walgreens might just liquidate the entire brand, and in that case it would be quite an interesting relic to have, but I decided not to. Here we made our way back to the beauty department. You can see we have some of the older signs still up on the walls. Check this out. So we have our CoverGirl, Maybelline, all of our big makeup companies. There are actually only 2 on the wall, so I guess I can't say it was all the big companies. Now, making our way back towards the seasonal section, you could see how they have all the summer advertisements out. I do remember that this was regularly changed out with seasonally appropriate merchandise and everything else that was on sale in the store, so this I would imagine would be some of the first stuff to go when they started liquidating. And over here we have the old photo center. I love how faded those signs are in the back. It's incredible. It looks like those signs haven't been updated at all in the last 10-15 years. And now up here we have the store exit. I promise this isn't the end of the tour, but if you look up, you can actually see the "Thank you for shopping Rite banner at the top in that glorious pastel theme that's been going on throughout the entire store. So after a quick chat with the liquidator, I didn't actually realize the back of the store was completely open for me to go look at, so I'm making my way to the back room right now. They were super chill and were completely fine with me taking my video throughout, so huge props to them for letting me get this footage for you guys. There's a quick store map. Gives you an idea as to how the store was laid out when it was still open. Now, something that you can't tell from this video is that the back room smelled absolutely awful. It smelled like rotten eggs. I don't know exactly what was going on, but it was not pleasant. So now, over here, we have what was the receiving dock. Not a lot left, but I did find this banner kind of interesting. Since it was a pharmacy and they had a lot of personal sensitive information, I guess they had certain techniques in place as to protect personal information. And here we have what were the breakers to control the power through the building. Obviously those are still in use as there is power coming into the building. And lastly, I took a look into what was the food storage room just behind this door right here. I chose not to go into the freezer just out of fear of, being locked in. Because I have seen that happen before. And I wasn't exactly about to get myself locked into a freezer at a liquidation sale. But these were quite interesting, how the baskets, which you're going to see on the shelves right here, were standard hand baskets, when the rest of the store had updated to those little weird baskets on wheels that you could pull around, like little trolleys. I thought those were quite interesting, considering how they weren't used in the rest of the store. But yeah, it looks like it's just shelves from here on out. Well, that'll just about wrap up this week's video of Brands R Us. If you enjoyed, please feel free to subscribe to our channel to be notified whenever we upload a new video. And here's our shameless plug. If you like to read more about what I have to say, go to brandsrsblog.blogspot.com. I have posted pictures on my Flickr page from the Rite Aid store before it started closing. And I also have my video from last week of the store being closed. So if you want to learn more about this particular Rite Aid location, I can't imagine why you would want to. But if you do, feel free to check that out. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.